Share with you some of the great things that you can do with this simple device we call a power tube. We can go through and have a great rate of stretch to get great resistance. We have dual handles, so we can do a lot of alternate type work. And then we can also add a tremendous amount of versatility by utilizing the door anchor. With the door anchor, it's incredibly important to make sure we do this just right. What we'll do is open the door, and on the back side of the door, you'll slide this through to the inside part of the room. When we do that, you'll then close the door, make sure that you lock it, and that'll give us an anchor that we can either slide up or we can slide down. Now once we do that, we'll just take the handle and we will slide it right through, pull down to the center of the power tube, and then we can elevate it up or we can elevate it down based upon the exercise that we're going to do. If it is stuck in between 3 hinges, you can go ahead, remove the cord, open the door, slide it down, put it back in, lock the door, and then get ready to do some of your lower exercises as well. So let's go ahead and get started and have a great workout with the power tube. We're going to start the 3-way shoulder with the power tube directly underneath the feet, right at your arch, evenly placed, tall posture, legs slightly unlocked, tummy tight. Jacqueline's going to start off with an upright row, where she's going to hold nice posture and lift the elbows straight up toward the ceiling, and then bring it right back down under control. Let's go ahead and see one, Jacqueline. Excellent, and back down. Then we'll do this for a desired number of reps. Then we'll work out into a V raise, where the thumbs will be up, the chest will be up, and we're just going to elevate the arms. Perfect. This is going to work more on the front part of the shoulder. And then we will move out to the last part of our 3-way circuit with the lateral raise. So Jacqueline's hands will be flat, and we'll keep it right out. Notice she stays very nice in posture, great stability through her core, and we'll finish up the set. That's definitely going to get your shoulders going. Standing rowing is a great activity for the upper back and biceps. First, we're going to take the GoFit power tube. We're going to attach it in the door, halfway up, close the door and make sure that it's secure. Then Jacqueline will get away from the door, bend her legs slightly with perfect posture, and we're going to simply start by taking the elbows and rowing them right back, which you can see will develop the muscles of the upper back, and then lengthen back out. In and out. Now notice a great posture that she has. Excellent. And now the next progression is for Jacqueline to start all the way in, leave her left arm in, her right arm out, and then row back. She'll do this for the desired number of reps on each side. This is rowing. The straight arm pullover will work the muscles of the upper back as well as some of the tricep. We're going to start by taking the GoFit power tubes and raising it all the way to the top of the door jamb, closing the door, make sure it's secure. Then Jacqueline will keep her feet just outside her hips. She's going to start bent over so she has a nice flat back. Tummy's going to be tight. Notice her hands are rotated up. This will help stretch a little bit more through the lat. Then she's going to pull down, keeping the chest up, rotating the hands down, and then coming right back up in control, and then elevating up. This will give us a maximal lengthen, and then she'll go through that range of motion and strengthen the muscles again of the upper back and the triceps. This is the straight arm pullover. The one-arm rotational row is one of the best total body exercises, and we're going to have 3 progressions to get you there. We're going to start off by connecting the GoFit power tubes down low, shutting the door, double checking the security. Then Jacqueline's going to take one handle and slide the handle down, put the webbing over the other handle, then grab it so it acts as one handle. Then what we're going to do is we're going to sit the hips back and down, the tummy will be tight, you'll feel tall through the head. Jacqueline's then going to fire her right glute and then pull with her left arm until her body's facing the other way and her hips are tall. Let's go ahead and see it, Jack. Good. And hold. Good. That's the way. Now you notice Jacqueline really fires to the glute. She's working this left shoulder right into her right glute. Great exercise. The next progression will have Jacqueline going to the left knee forward. You're going to keep everything right in line, the feet, the knees. Her shoulders will turn, tummy is tight, nice and tall. We'll repeat the exercise and really make sure to fire the right glute. Good, Jacqueline. Good. Excellent. Our last progression will be going up to a standing position to better utilize both glutes. Jacqueline's going to stand up, hold perfect posture. She's going to squat, then turn the hips, then fire her right side away. Turn the hips, and then fire the right side away. Notice a great line of squatting, and then when she finishes, has nice extension all the way through. This is the one-arm rotational row progression. The Go Fit Power Tube Curl to Press is a great upper body exercise. It's going to work your biceps and your shoulders and make sure you can really stabilize your torso. Jacqueline will start with the power tube right underneath her arches. Then Jacqueline will hold a really nice posture from ear to ankle with the legs slightly unlocked, the hips back. We'll start by curling up, which will work the biceps and the forearm muscles, and then she's going to press overhead, working the shoulders. Notice a nice straight line from ear to ankle. Excellent stability and a great upper body exercise. Now, to make this exercise more difficult, you can get an increased power tube resistance, or you can take your feet a little bit wider and gradually increase the temperature in this way. Good. And this is the power tube curl to press. The power tube half kneeling chopping is a great total body exercise. Jacqueline's going to start by taking the power tube and placing it at the very top of the door, shutting the door and make sure that it's secured. From there, Jacqueline's going to grab both handles. She's going to start in a half kneeling position with her tummy tight and both knees and toes pointed straight ahead. Her shoulders will rotate up toward the top of the door. She'll pull in 3 movements. 1 to her chest, 2 to rotate the shoulders, and 3 to push down and stay very tall out of her torso, firing her back glute. Then repeat the process to all 3 steps. 1, 2, and 3. Notice a great stability in the lower half, as well as Jacqueline pulling into the chest, rotating, pushing down, and staying very tall. This is the power tube half kneeling chop. The Go Fit power tubes can be a great abdominal developer as well. Jacqueline started off by taking the power tube, connecting it to the top of the door, closing the door, securing it, and now we're going to work on grabbing each handle and then taking our forearms and placing it right next to our head. Jacqueline then is going to sit back on her hips. She's going to get a really good stretch in her low back, just like if you had a physio ball in your back. That'll put the abs on maximal stretch, and then she'll crunch down through and then all the way back up. And then she'll crunch back down, taking her elbows right down to her knees. Good. And big stretch to get the abs, and then big crunch, flexing all the way through. Now, Jacqueline can also add a variation of this by crunching down and taking her right elbow to her left knee, adding a little bit of rotation, and now getting the obliques involved as well. Again, we can alternate to the right and to the left side for the desired number of reps. This is the Go Fit Power Tube Crunch. The Go Fit power tube is now going to be used for a split chest press. Jacqueline will start by placing the power tube lower in the door. She's then going to step out into a good lunge position, keeping the body straight up and down, as well as the lower body stabilized. Jacqueline will then start by pressing the right arm out, and notice her body doesn't change. Bring it in and then alternating arms. We'll do that for the desired number of reps. The next progression is going to start at the top position. Now alternate arms for the last progression. This is much more difficult, a lot more rotary stability from the hips to the core, right up to your shoulders. This is split chest press. We're going to use a GoFit power tube attached low on the door for the lifting progression. Jacqueline's going to start seated on a stability ball, feeling nice and tall through her spine, and is going to maintain that position. She's then going to rotate her shoulders, then she's going to have a three-part movement. The first is going to work the upper back by pulling her elbows high and the cables to the chest. Then she'll rotate, working her torso rotators, and then pressing tall, working her chest, shoulders, and tricep. Then repeat the motion. Now the foundation of this is all her stability in her torso, and notice that she pushes off the back leg. Now we're ready for the next progression. Jacqueline's simply going to unload from the ball. I'm going to slide the ball away, and this is the lifting progression. Jacqueline will start by sitting low on the hips. She'll fire her right glute, extending up. 1, 2, 3. Good. Jacqueline will sit back, fire, go 1, 2, 3. So you end up with a really nice line from the hands right down to the ankle. This is the lifting progression. The split lat pull down to tricep extension, great upper body exercise and lower body strengthener. Jacqueline's going to start by stepping back. The power tubes will be attached high in the door. She'll notice a slight forward lean. She's going to stay very stable in her tummy, right down through her hips. She's going to get a good stretch right through her lats. Then she's going to pull down to work the upper back and then stabilize her shoulder blades and push right down to get her triceps. Repeat the process slowly. Stretch, pull, and push down. Jacqueline does a great job of keeping all her lower body and her pillar locked right in and getting a great upper back to tricep exercise. You'll absolutely love this one. It's going to make those legs work a little bit too. The GoFit power tube is one of the best things to get our heart pumping and do this next total body exercise. We call squat to press. This will work every muscle in your body. Jacqueline's going to start with the handles right at her shoulder height. She's then going to make sure to leave her feet flat and the power tube right underneath her arch. Make sure to keep the heels down, and we'll initiate the movement, the hips back and down to stretch the glutes. Then we'll fire from the glutes and press overhead. Bring it back down, squat, and press. Now you can tell this is going to work all the muscles of your hips and the rest of your lower body as well as your torso right up through your shoulders. It's important to stay really stable, sit the hips back and down, and generate the power. This will really get your heart beating and give you a great total body workout all in a short amount of time.